Hello, back in Rayleigh. So, how's it all going? Well, a couple of things to update you on. The whole mortgage advisor thingy. You realise you're old, or getting older, when you are twice the age of most of the other people in the room, including the guy training you. That was last week. This week, there were, so this second week, we were doing insurances and things, like buildings and contents insurance, which goes with a mortgage, doesn't it? And there were a few more people that added in, and a few more people that were my sort of age, and it was quite nice. Oh, by the way, I'm in this isn't exactly the same premiere room as last time, although most of it does look almost identical. But funny thing that happened, actually, I'll just put the camera there. Oh, can't see me. Right. Something that excuse me. Oh dear. I'm going to leave that. I'm not even going to edit that out. I did have another kind comment, actually, and the comment was, don't worry about, polishing it too much and editing and what have you. There's something very real about, sort of it just being natural. So, thank you. What was I saying? That's natural, isn't it? Blooming middle-agedness, I'm forgetting what I'm saying. So the course itself has been quite good. The funny thing that happened, that's what I was going to say. The other evening, there were a few of us that got together in the pub. So I'm in a ground floor room this time, and the pub, the Harvester, I don't know if you can see it, is there. So it is a very, very short walk to the Harvester. And yeah, a few of us that are staying here decided that we would gather in the pub and go over, the things that we've been learning and talking about, and a bit of networking and what have you. And actually, one of the trainers came and sat with us as well, which is very nice. He was also staying here, so he came and sat with us. And 2 nights ago, last night was a lovely, relaxed evening. I was in bed by 7:30, and I was watching Penn and Teller Foolus clips. I don't know why, until 9:30, I think, and then I went to sleep, and I woke up at 5, and I got up and I started packing the room and what have you. So I'm going home today. But the night before, it was actually quite funny. Similar jumper, but not this one I had on. And I had realised at 9:15 at night that I was still in the pub, and I hadn't quite realised how much I'd had to drink. And I'm not a big drinker, so even a little bit has a bit of an effect on me. And I came and I sat down here, and I found home, and it was so funny because Helen said to me, she said, you tiddled. And I remember just being very, very pleased. I was like, a little bit, And then I phoned her the next morning, and I realised, because I changed my shirt, but I've got a number of white shirts, and I put the same jumper back on. So it was like about, 10 hours later, and I video called her, and she said, have you moved? Are you still in exactly the same place? Because I just sat here. It amused me anyway. But yeah, so I'm trying to stick to my word of just trying to do something, trying to do little vlogs, little catch-up videos, even if it's a bit waffly and there's no editing or what have you. I thought better to get something up. But next week, all being well, there's a Rick and the Vic video being done next week. So depending on when this gets published, it'll probably be it'll probably be a week's time from this video that it goes up, there or thereabouts. Obviously, whenever I do anything with Rick, we try and release our videos at the same time so that people can sort of see both. And we've got quite a few ideas and angles on it, and it is going to be a bit of a silly one, a bit of a bumbling adventure. So all good usual stuff. And it will start with I mentioned on the last video, the video before, I think it was the last one, but I mentioned that I needed to put the motorhome in for an oil change. Well, that's happening next week. So I shall be in South Cerney, where I go for my garage work. Yes, they're going to do the oil change for me, but they needed the vehicle all day, so I've got to drop it off at 8 o'clock in the morning and leave it there potentially till 5 o'clock at night. So I thought, right, what I'll do is, because Rick is not a million miles away, and we wanted, to try and make a video happen anyway, I thought, right, well, why don't I drop the vehicle off and ask Rick if he'll pick me up in Guinevere, and we'll go and do something. No idea what yet. Well, no, that's not fair. We've had a couple of little ideas, and I think it's going to be just sort of pottering around the Cotswolds and things like that. So there's a sort of a plan, but other than Rick picking me up at the side of the road, and us making that into a little humorous thing, which we will do. So I fancy seeing you here, sort of thing. Apart from that, we haven't got anything. Nothing at all. We're going to go somewhere Cotswoldy, somewhere where there's a cafe and toilet facilities. Hales Abbey. And it's not going to be a Monday either, so they'll be open. Right. I'm holding myself to account, knowing that might not happen. But it's not a million miles away, actually, Hales Abbey from... although maybe it is, I don't know. Well, it was a good idea, so maybe we'll go to Hales Abbey, maybe we won't. But, yeah, I think that's everything for this one. No. I remember on a video ages ago, when I was saying about, have a little notebook, write down the things that you're doing. Well, I have a new one. When I went to Portmeirion again recently, I bought, and it's some sort of, it's green in colour, but it's also green 100% recycled materials and what have you, and made in Italy, protecting the planet, supporting children's education projects worldwide. So I think that was worth this amount of money for a notebook. $11.95. So I took the sticker and I put it in the back because I thought a nice little memento I bought from Portmeirion, and then I've started making a few notes in the front. Yes, this is my new thing. I'm holding myself to account, my little notebook, but also when I get ideas for things, I can just write them down on the go. And if I'm sort of sat at my desk, I do loads and loads of writing on note paper. When I've formulated a thought, an idea, I transfer it to the book, and then I can carry it with me. And again, it's the holding to account. It's the whole setting a goal, working at a time frame for it, and then making it happen. And so I quite like things like that. Right, it is time to get myself ready, get myself up and about. I've had breakfast. Time to go and do the last day of the course. Then I get to go home and just mull it all over. And lots more things happening as well. I will catch you on the next one, and bye for now.